Please give it up and welcome Bayan Soujeri to the stage!
Thank you! Yes, Asian on stage. Start of the Asian invasion. So we do have a sense of humor, see? And don't be alarmed by my bomber jacket. I mean, if I had anything, I wouldn't have the zip open in the first place. Basically, I'm a master's student based in Nine Wells, and I work on a condition called cardiotoxicity, the toxication of the heart, if you like, which is an unfortunate side effect of chemotherapy. And toxication, by the way, is not a real word. It's just I came up with it. Just when it comes to writing my thesis, I want the word poisoning sound a bit more professional. I'm based on Nine Wells, and I mean, you don't. It's not a synonym for broken heart syndrome. You don't get cardiotoxicity if you break up with your partner. Your heart doesn't become poisonous at all. In fact, if anything, your heart starts functioning normally again. I can pump the way I'm supposed to. But I don't want to talk about my project because, unfortunately, I had my heart toxicated when I broke up with my second last girlfriend. Had to completely detoxify the whole system. Not so much with my last girlfriend because we were more of like study buddies. We actually met in a workshop on stress relief. We had a great stress relief after the workshop, I'll tell you that. So yeah, I think it's much better if I talk about the luxurious life of being the only research student in your department rather than poisonous heart and mastectomies and boob removals. So I'm in Nine Wells. I'm the only one in the department working on cardiotoxicity. So I get to tell you today what it feels like to be your supervisor's stress ball. Working with research fellows who sometimes they forget they're research fellows and they forget that they've been employed by a supervisor. It's more like you start your new job and you get someone come to you and start yelling at you at your work. And then 5 minutes later, a guy with tie and suit coming out and start yelling at them. And then you realize that was just the assistant manager. It wasn't your boss yelling at you. It was more like that. Like last week, one of the fellows came to me and he was like, Bayan, just came back from the toilet and now I'm sitting down. Can't possibly get up. Can you please go to medical records and grab these notes for me? And I said, yeah, sure. And he leans forward to give me the names of the patients, gives me the piece of paper, look at it, and I think he gave me his weekly shopping list first. So, only a few. Speaking of medical records, has anybody been to medical records before? Any medics in here? No? Well, a couple at the back. My research fellow. Basically, if you wonder what it feels like to be in Call of Duty zombie mode, you go to medical records. It's the perfect place to play hide and seek. And they've got these iPods and these radios, and they all love their music. They all love this very unique genre of music called static music. Everywhere you go, you shh, because not a single radio is actually tuned in properly. Had to do so many audits last month. I was in medical records quite a lot of time that I actually became autistic. So many audits that I got autism end of the day. I was there one day and then I was trying to find a free space to work on because there's never a free flat surface in that place. And I mean for writing, that's what I mean by flat surface, to write on, not flat surface as in kind of flat surface. I know it in Dundee. Speaking of Dundee, actually, I was in Royal Infirmary in Edinburgh 3 weeks ago for training, and somebody asked me, was like, which unit do you come from? And I said, Dundee. I'm like, oh yes, Scumdee. You guys have a very excellent reputation for drug discovery. Now, I must be honest, I didn't know if the guy was sarcastic or he was honest, so I tried to be smart about it, and I was like, well, yeah. We're trying to find a cure for African sleeping sickness. And so far we had great success. We came up with this compound that keeps everyone awake from falling asleep. And it's widely available. You just have to go to a nightclub in Dundee. But yeah, I was in medical records one time, and I found a free space to work on. And just as soon as I put my folder down and I hear, I'm working there, and I turn around and there's this guy with baggy trousers, stuck in his socks, and listening to music. And he surprisingly wasn't listening to any wishing, he was listening to Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses, which ironically rhymes very well with the work environment in there, in the jungle called medical record. So I said, oh, I'm sorry, I'll move away, I'll go somewhere else. I was like, what? I'll move away, I'll go somewhere else. What do you want? I don't know why this guy is aggressive, but I'll find another corner, I'm just doing an audit. And he looks at me straight in the face. He was like, where are you from? And I was like, oh shit, I should have shaved this morning. Now, I know what he meant by trying to pull his leg. So I was like, well, why would you care if I'm Iranian or Arab or Middle Eastern or Asian? And he was like, which department are you from? He was like, I'm from the Department of Clinical Pharmacology. But that's just half the problem. The other half is the notes that are not in medical records. And I'm talking about the ones that you actually have to go to a hunting mission around the hospital to find them. Now, those of you who've been to Ninewells, you know that there isn't a good phone signal in there. So if you don't know your way around, you can't even call for help to get out. Like, I got lost so many times that my fourth year medic, 4 years in Ninewells, he called me 8:30 in the morning asking me how to get to hematology seminar room. I'm like, oh, hematology. Follow the bloody footsteps. I was rushing to a meeting one time and I was in a hurry and another friend calls me to ask how to get to the place and she was like, oh, this place is so confusing. How do you get to this place, word 12? I was like, well, it's okay, calm down. Where'd you come from? She was like, from the front. I was like, what's on your left? She was like, a reception desk. I was like, well, you're at the reception then. And the problem, life would have been a lot easier if we were allowed to use all the lifts. But the problem is, some of the lifts says for transport only, patient transport, and you're not allowed to use them. So we have to use the stairs. And to make you fool, on top of each set of stairs, you go up and you see these stickers that say, climbing stairs is a free gym. You don't have to pay for membership. Regular stair climbing is lower your cholesterol levels. Lowers my cholesterol levels, fair enough. What about my blood pressure that fluctuates every time my supervisor walks in and sees me texting? Walks in right in the right moment, I'm being texting. Thanks very much, everyone. That's my time. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's take a selfie together. Hands up, everyone. Thank you.